Hello, my name is Nobuki Takamen. I'm a jazz guitarist. Today, I would like to show you Freddie Green voicing, which is a voicing with shell voicing and root or fifth. I would also like to show you three-note voicing and inversion, and also how to harmonize a bass line and how to play chord solos using these voicings. Let's get started with Freddie Green voicing. Freddie Green voicing is a name that I came up with to describe a three-note voicing that the great Freddie Green would play. It's got root and shell voicing, or the fifth and the shell voicing. If you're not familiar with shell voicing, please check my video about how to comp over F blues using shell voicing. I explain shell voicing in the video. There are three reasons why I really like this voicing. Number one, this is a very strong voicing because it's got shell voicing. Number two, since it's got only three notes, so this is a great way to start learning different voicings like drop 2, drop 3, or drop 2 and 4. This is a nice springboard to move on to the next voicings. And number three, since it's got only three notes, so it's relatively easy to play on the guitar. It's actually really easy to play on the guitar. But anyway, here's my handout that shows you different shell voicings and the root and the fifth. You can download this one from my website, or you can download this from the link below the video. On the right side, you have the shell voicing, and then the root is on the sixth string, and then the fifth is on the fifth string. On the left side, you have the shell voicing, and the root is on the fifth string, and then the fifth note of the chord is on the sixth string. In order to play Freddie Green voicing, we need to play root and shell voicing, or the fifth and the shell voicing, and then we pick the lowest note for the for the bass. So when you pick this position, the root is on the sixth string, so you're gonna pick the root on the bottom. And then when you want here, you're using this shape. Since the fifth is lower than the root, so you pick the fifth. So for example, like if you were to work on C major 7 chord, C is on the 8th fret on the 6th string. So this is the root, and the shell voicing is on the top here on the middle 2 strings. So this is the shell voicing for C major 7. And then now this is the root, but we need to play the fifth on the bottom. So this is the shell voicing for the root on the 6th string, root on the 5th string position. Okay, and then please note that I'm not playing the 5th string, so I'm using usually a finger that that's on the 6th string, and at this part of the finger to mute the 5th string, so that I don't get the sound sound from the 5th string. Same thing here. Okay. All right. Now let's move on to the next chord type, dominant 7 chord. So the difference between major 7 and dominant 7 is the 7th. So if you have major 7th in it, that's major 7 chord, and if you have minor 7 in it, that's minor 7. Dominant 7 chord. So this is my dominant 7 Freddie Green voicing in this position. This is my Freddie Green voicing for C7th in this position. Okay, and then let's skip minor 7 and a minor 7 flat 5. Please take a look at the major 6th. So the difference between major 7 chord and major 6th is whether it's got minor 7, major 7 or major 6th. So if you have B, which is on the fourth string, this is major 7 chord, and then when you replace this note down to A, which is a major 6th note, this is my C major 6th chord, and then same thing down here too. If I play A on the top, that's C major 6th. Alright, now let's take a look at the minor 7 and minor 7 flat 5. Actually, Freddie Green voicing for minor 7 and minor 7 flat 5 in this position are the same, because you don't have to play the 5th. So here, this could be my Freddie Green voicing for C minor 7 as well as C minor 7 flat 5, because it's got no 5th in the chord in the voicing. On the other hand, when you're picking, when you pick the other position, since you play the 5th on the bottom, so I mean this is minor 3rd and this is minor 7, so this is the shell voicing for minor 7 chord, and then 5th is on the 6th string. This is the minor 7 Freddie Green voicing, and then when you play minor 7 flat 5, now you have to lower the 5th down to G flat. Yeah, so this is one thing that you have to be careful. Depending on the type of chord, you need to change the type of 5th accordingly. Okay, and here you have minor 7, minor 6, and diminished 7. The shell voicing for minor 6 and the diminished 7 have the same shape, but theoretically speaking, it's got minor 3rd and 6th when you play minor 6th, and then this this 6th should be double flatted 7 when you're playing G, diminished 7 chord. It's just like kind of enharmonic thing, but that's one thing that I would like you to know. Okay, and then here the same thing. 6 is on the top, but this this will be double flat 7 when you're playing diminished 7 chord. Okay, and then minor 6th chord has root, minor 3rd, 5th, and 6th. So this is minor 6th. And then diminished 7 chord has root, minor 3rd, flat 5th, and then double flat 7. So this is actually the Freddie Green voicing for C diminished 7. Now, when you go down to this position, minor 6th, the 6th is here, so this is the Freddie Green voicing for minor 6th chord. Okay, and then just like minor 7 and the minor 7 flat 5, you need to change the 5th accordingly. So when you play diminished 7 chord, this 5th should be flat 5th. So now this is the Freddie Green voicing for diminished 7. Okay, now last one, minor major 7 and diminished major 7. As you see here, minor major 7 has root, minor 3rd, 5th, and major 7. So major 7 is this one, and the minor 3rd is here, and then this is the the Freddie Green voicing for minor major 7. And then this one can be used for C diminished major 7, because again there is no 5th in this voicing. So C diminished major 7 has root, flat 3rd, and then flat 5th, and then major 7. So this one can be used for both minor major 7 and a diminished major 7. Okay, but again, when you're in this position, which you have the 5th on the bottom, this is minor 3rd and the major 7. So this is the shell voicing, and then this is for minor major 7, and then this is for diminished major 7. Okay, I think these chords are almost all the chords that you need to play most of jazz standards. So like, let's say if you are working on the song like Autumn Leaves, it's in a key of B flat, or like G minor, so C minor 7 F7, B flat major 7, E flat major 7, A minor 7 flat 5, D7, G minor 7. And then, that would be nice if you can practice with the other positions. Like say, instead of actually starting C minor 7 here, you can do C minor 7 with the fifth on the bottom. And then B flat major 7, or like here. And then E flat major 7, A minor 7 flat 5, D7, and then G minor 7, and then G7. Yeah. So that's a really effective way to practice, because once you get used to playing two positions, or like maybe like possibly one, like say C minor 7 here, so the first and the third position, these are octave different, right? So once you do that, it covers almost like kind of entire fingerboard. So this will make it easy for you to kind of move up and down horizontally on the fingerboard. That was about Freddie Green voicing. So when we say like Freddie Green voicing, we usually use one of these voicings. But by adding inversions, you can have something that I call like 3-note voicing. So like for instance, like this position, it's got root, 7th, and 3rd. Now root goes up to 3rd, and then the 7th goes up to the root, and then the 3rd goes up to the 5th, and then you can create something like this. And then the 3rd goes up to the 5th, root goes up to the 3rd, 5th goes up to the 7th, and then now this is actually one of the Freddie Green voicing that we played down here. Okay, now the 5th goes up to the 7th, and then the 3rd goes up to the 5th, 7th goes up to the root, and then now this is another inversion. So here, or these are what I called 3-note voicing. And when you want to play, say C7th, it's got the root, 3rd, 5th, and flat 7th. So when you do inversions, you have to be careful about those 7th, like a flat 7. So or down here. And then when you do minor 7, it's got like root, minor 3rd, 5th, and flat 7th. So and then you can work on like minor 7 flat 5 or like other chords. If you need information about like what type of notes you need to play like certain chords, I have a handout that's called Chord Constructions that you can download from my website, or the link below this video. So please check the handout so that you can work on different type of chords. The next thing that I'd like to show you today is how to harmonize a bass line using 3-note voicing. If you haven't checked my video about how to play walking bass line over F blues using 3 simple triadic shapes, please check the video so that you know how to play simple walking bass line over F blues. Okay, you can basically use 2 techniques to harmonize walking bass line. Number 1, to use the inversions. Number 2, to use the approach technique. Let's take a look at the inversions first. Okay, so like if you're to play F blues and for like F7 chord, if you want to harmonize this note, you can use this inversion because this inversion has A on the bottom. If you were to harmonize this note for like a 5th of F7 chord, please use this inversion. And then if you're to harmonize E flat, which is the flat 7, you can use this inversion. And then for the root, you can use this inversion. Okay? So like say if you were to play F to B flat with this type of bass line, you can use to harmonize the bass line. Okay, right. And then now let's take a look at the other technique, approach technique. Okay, in order to do approach technique, first you need to find out the target chord. Okay, so like this with the same chord progressions, like so like F, dun 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 dun, B flat 7. This is the target chord. So when I play approach notes like this, I could use like a same chord, same shape to harmonize the bass line. So this is how it sounds like. Okay, you could also do this. So that bass note, so like the A is the third of F7. So you can think like this is the root, and then you approach like a temporary, approaching to the the first inversion of F, and then go back to to go to B flat 7. So like